Hi there, welcome to Ripke Studios Practice Bits. My name is Dan Ripke and here's our practice bit for the day. We're going to be playing a G chord, just a simple strum, and we're going to combine that with one idea. And then we're going to move to a C chord and a D chord and repeat the same idea. So the G chord, just two strums. And then we're going to play a triad, which are the notes in the G chord, but we're going to play what I call a bass triad. So we're going to play it in the bass register of the guitar, 6th string 3rd fret, 5th string 2nd fret, and the 5th fret of the 5th string, like that. It's a little shape there. And if you'll notice, I am using my 2nd finger to lead that lick. So that's very important. So the first note is with the 2nd finger. When we go down to the 5th string, we use the 1st finger in the 4th. It doesn't have to be that way, but that gives you reach of all the notes without shifting your hand around, and which takes up time and causes you to lose your place. So 2 strums. And then that simple little bass triad riff. That's it. Now we're going to do the G chord again, 2 strums. Okay, we're the same idea with the C chord. So we strum the C chord twice. Now we're going to do the same bass triad riff, but we have to start on the 5th string. But it's in the same spot, 3rd fret. I'm just moving down to the 5th string. So let's C, E, G, E. The triad notes, G, B, D, B. The triad notes for the G. So it's just doing the G twice and the C twice. That's how I wrote the exercise. It doesn't have to be that way. The idea is that you practice this and then you start mixing it up. So let's just try it as it is. Slowing it down a little bit. The tricky part will be switching from the chord to the riff. One more C. But that's the purpose of the exercise. Is in music you're going to be moving in between those musical elements. And I remember a different exercise my teacher taught me many years ago. I won't say how long, but the trouble I had was moving to the scale from the chord. So the 3rd chord, so we do the G twice, we do the C twice, and then we're going to do the D. I'm going to retune for the final exercise here, but we do the same exact shape. You can think of it as a stamp. That's your major bass triad stamp when using it on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. Whatever note you start on with your 2nd finger, that's going to be the major triad that you're going to play. So in this case, it's D, F sharp, A, F sharp, D. It's 3 basic parts. We'll just go through each part. Strumming a G chord, that's it. The idea is we're going to combine that G chord strum with a bass note triad, which I'm calling that these notes, G, B, D. The tab will be visual to you. Important to note, if you watch the left hand, I'm leading with the 2nd finger, which allows me to use my 1st and 4th to move between those 2 notes. So that's the G bass triad. Simply connect that with a C chord. We do the same exact triad shape, but we start on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So that's C, E, G. Also in this exercise is the D chord. From the D chord, play the D bass triad. We have to go to the 5th fret of the 5th string. That's a D, F sharp, A. That's it. Those are the 3 elements we're going to use. Now we're going to combine them into a progression. And the progression I created in the tablature exercise is 2 strums on the G, then that bass triad riff. Then we do the same thing again in the next measure. Then we do the same thing with the C chord twice. 1 time with the D chord, 1 time with the C, and 2 times with the D. So it's an 8-bar phrase. So here's bar 1. Strum, strum. Bar 2, bar 3, bar So it's just combining those elements, getting used to teaching your fingers how to move back and forth between them. The idea with all it is you'll practice them, and then you'll definitely encounter them in songs you're learning, and you should start to be creative with them. A big part of music is being creative. Play around with them, try them in different combinations. This beginning one is just a starter to get you going. Now I'm going to try it with my Guitar Pro program, which I just typed it into Guitar Pro, which is a great program if you're practicing. And I can, if anybody has questions, I can help you learn how to use that. It's a great investment if you're a practicing musician, for sure. I have this exercise set at 60 beats per minute. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. And with all of these exercises, the more you do them, the more they will pay off. And the beginning is the toughest part to hear the progress, so stick with it. One thing you can do is you can start to increase the speed. So you can increase the speed with the metronome. Now what I'm doing is I'm playing the 2 chords as quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the bass triad notes are being played as 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's what's happening with this one. So I'm gonna try it at 80 beats per minute and just see how it feels. Now, if you were to increase the speed, I suggest going up in maybe at the most increments of 5 and just playing it repeatedly. Now, what's cool with Guitar Pro is you can, and this is not an ad for Guitar Pro, this is just, it's just knowledge. You can do a speed loop trainer, so you can make it increase by like 1% in speed every time, and you can make it loop and keep increasing in speed gradually. There's all sorts of different things you can do, which are great for learning, like say you're learning a really fast solo. Well, let's see how it feels at 80. I just spaced out for a second there. In one chord, I kind of blubbed the chord. I was thinking more of the rhythm. So that's a good example to point out, because if you make a little mistake in there and it's minor and you can still recover, mentally recover and get back to the next chord, try to do that. If you find a spot that you keep consistently messing up on, then it's time to maybe slow it down or just try it by itself and practice that little teeny section several times. But just for fun, let's go pick a number. 180. Are you crazy? Okay, this is probably a bad idea. Let's see. Yeah, it was close, a little sloppy, but you can challenge yourself once in a while with things like that. Anyway, that is our practice bit for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the next practice bit when it gets uploaded.